Oi, oi, oi. What up? What up? All right, I'm setting up. I'm setting up shop. Um, doing something a little different. Just yeah, man. Hold on. It's like any and every time I do something in here, we got some other groups come in, and they just change up stuff, move stuff. You know, like we always talk about creative spaces and all that good stuff, but at the end of the day, you know me, man. I've always been, solid, but same breath, I realize that you don't always need. You kind of need your own place sometimes. Even as a creator, but also sharing spaces with people have always been, something I'm always cool with because, I don't like to own anything. It's like, the Buddhist way, the Buddhist space, boom. And let me really do it the other way, y'all. What up, y'all? Okay, so I'm gonna be doing my pod today, Art My Pod. You already know, and I'm just trying to set this up so I can get everything set up the right way. Okay. Okay. Let's get it. All right. We going. Damn, I just kicked the damn. What do you call it, out of the wall? Okay. You do. Woo. Woo. Testing, testing, testing. Okay. Whoa. All right. I thought that I should just like start live and just go because so many times I look to do things and I get distracted by other things. Okay, now we are recording. Bam. Poof. What is going on, y'all? Yeah, we are back. The Art Mob Pod, episode 16. We are in the house. Okay, back at One Sound Vibe here in H-Town, getting down. Now, it's December 3rd. This is a very important day. It's It's the 3rd of December. It is the last month of the year of this calendar year, and it's also, one of my family's birthdays. So shout out to King D, King Dwayne, DB. Shout out, definitely. It's a my DNA, my blood, my family, my brother, my cousin. This is a vibe. As well as my my family, my brother. I got, how many of y'all got family members with the same birth date? There's a couple of family members with the same birth date, but it's a for me as a Gemini. My natural connection is with Sagittarius. You know, like we often are two peas in a pod and build. So definitely want to give a shout out to all Sagittarius out there and family that get to share this birthday and this special day. So bless up, big up to all of you out. That's up. So yeah, man. Look, you guys get it. We and the hits just keep on coming. You know, Ye just keeps on giving us just more and more and more. It's just it's a circus, you know, at this rate and at this stage. And everywhere I turn, left, right, and center, it's a Ye show. You know, like no matter what you were thinking that you're doing, no matter what you think you're doing out there, Kanye will definitely make sure that he is in your conversation. That is 100% for sure. You know, and I say all of this as, you know, someone that's in the NFT space and crypto space where daily there's something new coming out about, you know, FTX and SBF. But Ye is trumping everyone, even Trump. So way to own the media cycle continuously, and way to fall for it. You know, the global market, the United States, because he's definitely a welcome distraction. But you know, let's cut to it. So, Kanye West, Big Ye, went on the Alex Jones podcast and show and went in ski masked up because I can definitely tell you this much. He definitely didn't want to to put a face to you see the voice. We could always say somebody he had some sort of deep fake in there or something. But when it comes to his face, I don't know who was underneath it. He had a big ass mask on. But one of the things that he decided to go out on a limb and say and speak on was a little more oh my gosh. You know, so okay. So Ye is out there speaking and running around, mind you, with this guy named Neil. Oh no, some white supremacist and Milo Yiannopoulos or something to that effect. And he ran on Alex Jones' podcast and decided to. And you know, the thing is about Alex Jones, it was kind of him. One, he's a good guy in a lot of ways. Aside from all of his antics and his $1 trillion, you know, lawsuit that he has against him, he is always about free speech, always about showcasing what has been hidden in plain sight, you know, from, you know, all these type of government plots and aka conspiracies that are now shown to be real things. And, you know, for a long time he was an insider running around with information. And just like everyone that's in this influencer space and fame space, a lot of times the fame and the influence goes to your head. And you think that, you know, you're speaking truth to power, and the power will ultimately just lay over and roll over. I mean, at the end of the day, the power has the airwaves and the guns, so, and the courts in a lot of ways. So you got to pick your battles, and so Alex Jones reaches out to Ye, gets him on the show, and Ye, rather than start continuously speaking about where he's going, I just feel like ultimately part of it is, you know, when they say that genius and crazy run a fine line, I think we're kind of, you know, inching onto that, because I will always say Kanye is a genius, but I can always say that sometimes when you're not getting enough sleep, sometimes when you're around people who are hyping you up, you tend to see the better in the information that you get, meaning that you tend to look at your audience as, not to say quote unquote smarter, but more emotionally intelligent to hear information and disseminate it in the right ways. Now, in barbershops, in pool halls, at even family functions, or in group chats, there's a lot of information that's said that is disseminated in a whole different way than when you put this information out on the airwaves and allow for Joe Schmo and whomever who are being controlled or paid by a lot of these other platforms or the people that you're speaking out against to disseminate what you're talking about. And I say all of this because yesterday, or was it the day before? Yesterday, Ye goes on Alex Jones, and as Alex Jones always does, because in white America, the biggest, baddest person that you can point fingers at and everyone hates is Adolf Hitler, the former Nazi ruler of Germany, who was the catalyst for World War II and led the Third Reich to a goal of exterminating Jews. Jewish people were put into concentration camps. Black people were put into concentration camps and then led to whether it be ovens, some type of, you know, drugs, mind control, you know, you name it. All sorts of atrocities were done. Now, how do I know about this? Well, this is because this is what I was taught in school, right? I wasn't necessarily taught about many of the other atrocities, but this was one of the main atrocities that was always we're reminded of. So this one is very, you know, smack dab in your face. So that's why it's such a hot button. So Alex Jones, as he's talking to Kanye, says, well, it's not like you're Hitler. It's not like you are a Nazi or anything, saying the highest thing that people hate and saying Kanye is not that. Which you and I look at that as, wow, you know, that's a layup. Yeah, that's right, I'm not. And that's what was supposed to come out of Kanye's mouth. That's what Alex Jones, I'm sure, thought was going to come out of Kanye's mouth. But this is Ye we're talking about here. So Ye says, well, whenever you hear somebody say, well, you already know it's not going to go the way you thought. So Alex Jones now sits back while Ye West decides to talk about the good things that Hitler did. If that's a thing. Look, at the end of the day, it's very hard to in this world talk about the things that um, somebody like Adolf Hitler did that was good. So verbiage, how you talk about stuff is very important, because me, as someone who studies history, and at least won't call myself a historian, but I'm also not very ignorant of history. um, I look at this. If the United States is proud of NASA, then that can be traced back to Hitler. Okay? I think a lot of this was what Kanye was really trying. Ye was really trying to talk about it. And I can't put words in his mouth. I'm just trying to extrapolate the type of information that can be brought from this. In the same breath, we are using iPhones, we are using microphones, we are using all sorts of things that corporations fund atrocities that currently go on the continent and all over the world. And we use it because it makes our lives easier and better. I believe this is the idea that Ye was trying to go down, to showcase how much of our present world we can trace back to Nazi Germany. And we don't even know it. It's just like there's a reservoir in the middle of Central Park, New York, and there was a black community living there. There's lakes, man-made lakes in the South, in Georgia, in Alabama, in many other places in this country where there used to be black communities. And we burnt those, and those were burnt down just to force those people into the ghettos. So the thing is that there's a lot of information that this can pull, and it's very hard for anybody to make any type of atrocity a horrible person like an Adolf Hitler. He was a drug addict. He was heavily on opiates, heavily on speed, on amphetamines, and it's like, again, nobody is making any excuses for this man at all. He was just in charge of a machine that was able to create many things that the United States looked at as positive. So much positive that they brought and started NASA, as well as many other science organizations, with about 1,600 at least listed Nazis who came over to work inside the government. So it's, as much as one wants to condemn one man, we still adopted the mindset to build up a lot of the United States' most trusted organizations. Okay? Now, y'all can figure that out. Questions, comments, I'm starting to do more of this stuff, and I realize I'm trying to work with the algorithm here. I realize that the goal isn't to make so many long videos, or if I do make long videos, to chop it up. But I can definitely tell you this: I can talk about Ye and Kyrie and SBF all day, and NFTs, crypto, and the culture all day. But watching Ye just kind of disassemble himself from the billionaire that he is to currently now really be a hot button for all of this info. And then, and that's just one thing. But remember, he also got banned again off of Twitter. And all he's trying to do is troll. All he's trying to do is troll, folks. He is trolling left, right, and center. He wants to make his. And look, the thing I heard yesterday, which was funny, Rosenberg said it. from Hot 97. He was like, "Do you think that all Jewish people are just accountants?" It's like, watch what you say. And I can definitely tell you this: not all Jewish people are accountants, and not all Jewish people represent the same thing either. Like, there's some real heavy gangsters out there that hate that word Hitler. So I'm gonna tell you this much: be careful out there, folks. Don't try to justify what Ye is doing, because it's dangerous for all of us. We all don't have millions and billions of dollars. So we can't necessarily go down this road the way he's going down it. This is just conversation about what's going on. But one of the funnier things that he did throughout this whole thing was, while he was on Twitter, and he posted a Star of David with a with an old swastika type of design that, you know, dated back to very, very long ago, before it was co-opted, and ultimately, this isn't something that we want people to delve in on. What we want people to get more conscious about and conscious on. But the fact that we want to go around and look at all sorts of hateful people and make them, you know, palpable, that's not what we're really trying to you know, lionize. However, you want to look and see what makes these people bad people. And again, what makes him bad, but the people that were his right hand, left hand, and took and acted out all of his mind, of all of his thoughts, what makes them good and him bad, but them good enough to be woven into the United States. And now we wonder what is going on. Why is the United States operating like it was? Well, just look back at our history, folks. We've never allowed them to die out. We've just woven them into the fabric. You know, white supremacy is real. And, you know, my goal is to not just highlight and shine, but the goal is to maintain and secure our culture, because if we don't keep our eyes on it, it will be lost, it'll be usurped, it'll be taken over, it'll be rewritten. So that we're sitting here talking about something that nobody really fully grasps and understands, unless you do your homework and your research, because you're not going to learn about this in 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th grade. Nah, this is done all on your own time. And fortunately and unfortunately, it's being brought over the public airwaves. But the last thing Ye did before he got banned off of Twitter again was air out Chris Paul. Or Cliff Paul, whichever one it was. You know, the guy from the State Farm commercial, and the Clippers and the Suns. Look, he was like, Ye said that Chris Paul was with Kim Kardashian. Okay, Ye said that he was with Cliff Paul was with what's her name? Kardashian. Now, the wildest thing about that is, allegedly, I don't know, but if he's airing him out, isn't Chris Paul married? Which is a whole nother bag of rocks and a bag of tricks. Look, at the end of the day, Ye is getting messy. Messy. And I'm not talking about Lionel Messi. Ye is getting messy. And if I were Ye, bro, find someone and some people that can really help you navigate this. And that's by really giving you some big bro talk. And because as much as I'm you know, a dust kicker upper. And as much as I like poking the bear, I don't think this is it. I don't think this is it. Unless we have the type of unity that we're looking for to get behind this man, I don't think this is it. You know, because anybody that you ask to come join you on this run, they're gonna have to deal with all of this same stuff as well, and not everybody's built for this. Yay! You can't roll with white supremacists or people who are just looking to get clout off of you and think that they got your back. So stop airing people out. Even though he went after your ex-wife, same breath, I think you went after Chris Humphrey's ex-wife. All right, so be careful. Don't throw glass. Don't throw stones. That's what they say. And yeah, man. Look, y'all. I tell you, go and get your research. Go figure out things for yourself. But this Ye circus is still going on, still going strong. I don't know if that makes him the type that I would want to see in the highest office in the land, because a lot of these moves, I can't necessarily act like they make they make the most amount of sense in a grand scheme. Now, nuance, barbershop talk, you know, that's one thing. But in this grand scheme that's talking about geopolitics and setting things up for us in the future, I don't think that this is it, yay. And that's just one man's opinion. However, we're both Geminis, so we both have supercomputers on top of our shoulders. And yours may be a little tired right now, but don't underestimate the power of sleep. Don't underestimate the power of meditation. And don't underestimate the power of having a tight crew around you. Watch those cats. The enemy is all around, bro. And they will sell you out. Anyhow, this is your boy Major Dream from the Art Mob Pod, where we talk about freedom strategies and how to use blockchain, NFTs, and crypto to get your ass off the block and into the blockchain. How you can generate legacy and secure it for the future. So until next time, deuces.